Good morning, Nova Scotia. I'm Dan Budgell, and this is your Lighthouse Local for Sunday, August the 23rd. We begin this morning with a major escalation in the trade dispute between Canada and the United States, and Nova Scotia's Premier is warning that people and businesses here at home will feel the effects. A new 50% American tariff on roughly $20 billion worth of Canadian goods took effect Saturday after last-minute negotiations between Canada and the United States failed to produce an agreement. Prime Minister Mark Carney says Canada will respond dollar for dollar. Canada's retaliatory tariffs are expected to take effect September the 8th. The dispute affects a wide range of products and industries and adds another layer of uncertainty for Canadian companies that depends on the American market. Here in Nova Scotia, Premier Tim Houston responded Saturday. Houston says Canada's negotiating team tried to secure a deal and that he continues to support working with the Prime Minister. The Premier also warned that a significant number of Nova Scotian and Canadian families, workers, and businesses are now directly affected by the new American tariffs. Exactly what that means for individual Nova Scotia industries will become clearer in the days ahead. For businesses here that sell into the United States, though another major round of tariffs mean another round of uncertainty over costs, customers, and investments, we'll continue to follow the Nova Scotia impact as business and industry groups respond. Now to a police investigation that has stretched through the communities across the province. A man and woman from Dartmouth are facing numerous charges following a series of alleged thefts and other incidents. RCMP say the investigation began following a report of fuel being stolen from a gas station in Fall River in July. Police later received reports involving thefts at businesses in Sackville, Fall River, Upper Tantallon, Bedford, Hubbards, and Greenwood. Investigators were also dealing with a stolen Honda Civic. Police say the investigation eventually led officers to Falmouth, where the two suspects were arrested on August the 19th. 24-year-old Nicole Adele Spence of Dartmouth faces a lengthy list of charges, including robbery, resisting arrest, dangerous operation, flight from police, motor vehicle theft, and several theft and possession charges. 33-year-old Leslie Burton Gray, also of Dartmouth, faces charges including robbery, resisting arrest, possession of property obtained by crime, and theft of a motor vehicle. These allegations have not been proven in court. Now, let's change gears for a story involving a four-legged Nova Scotia hero. An Australian shepherd named Timber has received recognition from the Purina Animal Hall of Fame after helping save his owner from a frightening situation earlier this year. Timber was out with his owner when she fell through the ice. The dog helped during the emergency, and Timber's actions have now earned him a place among this year's Animal Hall of Fame recipients. It's the kind of story that probably earns Timber considerably more than the usual Sunday morning treat. Now, to your weather, because this is something you'll definitely want to pay attention to. Rain, of course, is the big story across much of Nova Scotia. Environment Canada has been warning about prolonged and heavy rainfall affecting much of mainland Nova Scotia. Depending on where you are, rainfall could become heavy at times, and thunderstorms are possible in the parts of the province. Around Halifax and much of the mainland, expect a wet Sunday with rain continuing through portions of the day. If you're traveling, be prepared for water collecting on roads and reduced visibility during heavier downpours. Through the Annapolis Valley and central Nova Scotia, including the Truro area, the rain will also be something to watch. Along the South Shore and into southwestern Nova Scotia, expect another damp and humid day. And around Yarmouth, fog is also part of the picture this morning. Moving northeast through Antigonish and Guysborough County, rain becomes increasingly important throughout the day. Around Canso, Environment Canada is forecasting rain with the risk of a thundershower, 10 to 15 millimeters during the day, southeast winds gusting to 40 kilometers an hour, and a high around 21. Another 15 to 25 millimeters could fall there tonight. Cape Breton will also see unsettled conditions as this system moves through the region. The bottom line for Sunday is pretty straightforward. Keep the umbrella close, take your time on the roads, and keep an eye on local forecasts and alerts because rainfall totals will vary considerably around the province. If you encounter a flooded roadway, please do not try to guess how deep the water is. Find another route. Now to sports. There's professional soccer in downtown Halifax this afternoon. The Halifax Tides host AFC Toronto at Wanderers Ground. Kickoff is scheduled for 1 Atlantic. We have not heard if there's been any change due to the weather. For the Tides, it's another opportunity to pick up points at home as the Northern Super League season continues into its late summer stretch. The Halifax Wanderers, meanwhile, are not in action today. We'll keep you updated on both soccer clubs as their season continues. And around Nova Scotia, Sunday sports don't end at Wanderers grounds. Community fields, ball diamonds, and rec facilities remain busy during the final weekends of August. If you got a local team, athlete, or tournament doing something worth celebrating, send it to Lighthouse Radio. The same goes for any community news. If your town has a fundraiser, a market, concert, community breakfast, volunteer effort, festival, or something else happening that deserves a little attention, we want to hear about it. Lighthouse Radio isn't just for what's happening in Halifax. It's about what's happening from Yarmouth to Sydney, from the Valley to the Eastern Shore, and all the communities in between. Before we go, one more reminder about today's weather. Heavy rain is possible across much of the Nova Scotia, so always, again, check conditions and give yourself extra time if you have to travel. And wherever Sunday takes you, you can take Lighthouse Radio along. We're available on iOS, Android, and Alexa-connected devices. Lighthouse Local is proudly sponsored by Sackville Driving School, the road to your driving success, sackvilledrivingschool.ca. I'm Dan Budgell. Have a safe Sunday, Nova Scotia. We'll keep watching the rain, the roads, and the stories developing around the province throughout the day. This is your Lighthouse Local on Lighthouse Radio.